Hey, welcome to DV8 Comedy Special. Yes, this is an alien comedy club. Oh, yes, because where I come from in Cygnus, yes, Cygnus, which is controlled by Arcturus, which gets its technology from Andromeda, which gets everything from Hydra, that place where I'm from, humans are funny. Oh, yes. And we sit at a table that was prepared for us by our Lord Jesus, Yeshua, and we look with our binoculars. Oh, yes. We look down at all of you in the opera of life because we are Menoptera. And our cup runneth over, so let us have a drink, okay? Now, everyone knows I'm a Crown Star Marine. So crown is Corona. So tonight we're going to have some Corona. Manly. Now, speaking of men, everyone knows I'm dating Anakin, okay? Now, let me explain what dating is in Lumania versus dating on Earth, okay? Because I know you're all going to get your knickers in a twist, okay? So, dating in Lumania is not physical. Because in the fifth dimension, there's no physicality, right? Okay, yes. So we are already together. Already. It's done. It's finished. But on Earth, which I call the 1D, we are not. Does that make sense to you humans? Okay, so in the 5D where we live, in Cygnus, Deneb 802, we are together. On Earth, in the 1D, we are not. Why? Let's talk about it. So let's talk about love, is what I'm saying. Human love, which is love with the small l, and monopteron love, which is love with a big L, true love. Like my song on Spotify, True Love. Go and play it and you'll know what I'm talking about. So human love is something like this. Boy meets girl or boy meets boy, and if you're in Iran and you boy meets boy, then you get thrown off a building. But if you're in Israel or South Africa or America, boy meets boy, you date, you figure out after 3 weeks, 3 days, if it's the right person, and then you move in together or something like that. I don't know. I've never done human stuff. Only what I've seen on TV. So, in Romania, it's different. Oh yes. Because in Romania, there's no time. So the ancient Egyptians and us now are coexisting at the same time. Isn't that cool? Oh yes, because in Romania, we run simulations of what it will be like when we get to planet Earth. Yes. We practice different roles and we practice different situations. You know, kind of like how you guys do on Sims. But imagine if your Sims were actually souls. And later on, those souls would incarnate on Earth with the skills that you taught them in your computer. So if you made a Sims that was a low-life, dirty down dog, well then when you come to this life, you're only going to be skilled at being a low-life, dirty down dog. And when you change your mind, it's too late. Yes. Unless you're a monopteron. That's why we can change identities. I mean, look at Madonna. She's a master of disguise, just like me. Because we are not humans. Back to love, before I go on that side quest. So in Lumania, Egyptian times, 6,000 years ago, are happening at the same time as now. Now, I know Anakin from Egypt. He knows me from Egypt. But we are here on earth, pretending to be human while we are actually in the 5D in Romania. Does that make sense, humans? So when we see each other on earth, the recognition is from the 5D. And the situation is on the 1D. Now, how do you handle the situation? What do you do? I mean, what if he's heterosexual? And what if I'm homosexual? Which I'm not. I'm bisexual, by the way. But it doesn't matter. The point is, why would God do such a thing? Why would he rock the bus when we're right at the finish line of saving the planet? You know, that headline, Star Marines End Ice? We're right there. So why would God do that? Well, it's not about what we want. It's about what he wants. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because when you work for GMH, the GMH, it's all about obedience, not about what you want. Okay, so everyone knows, okay, it's no secret. I'm not Anakin's type. Oh, yes. And neither is he my general type. But that's not the point, because we are not to lust after the flesh. We have to look at the fruits. It's all about the fruits. So what are the fruits? Okay, well, let's go back. Let's go back to human dating. So obviously, I've dated humans before, okay? That's no secret. But the problem is, whenever you date humans, it's kind of like Samantha from Bedazzled. Remember Bedazzled? Sorry, Bewitched. By the way, did you guys know that Elizabeth Hurley from Bedazzled is friends with Sarah Michelle Gellar from Buffy? What? When I saw that, I just about died. I was like, shut the front door. What the fudge? They know each other? The people in my dreams, who I've never seen photographed together, know each other in real life and they hanging out? Now? Okay, bring it back. Yes. I finally got Eilish. This is a good CMS trick, or costume makeup and styling trick. You just put a little, whatever that thing is called, pin, peg, whatever, and then you look like you've got Eilish. See? Okay, yes, I have to stand like this to make you seduced. Okay, because I want to siphon your powers like everyone else. And by the way, I told you black men don't like me. That's why I wrote that song, Gay Boys. If you go Google it, Charlie Manor, Gay Boys, Axe Grinder Remix. Don't blame me. Now you know why I wrote that song. Okay, back to the story. So when I used to date normal human men, there was always a problem. The problem was they didn't have magic. So they looked like my type, but they didn't have the one vital thing we need in order to be together. Knowledge of the rounds. Why is that important? Because aliens, watchers, and Anunnaki are not allowed to date humans. It's dangerous. Trust me. So this is what happened. I did 36 episodes of Night Game ARG. And when I finished, I did it in 3 weeks, by the way. I would record Night Game, then change the entire set, then record GMP, then change the entire set, and record the Late Flight Show. 3 different characters in a day, every day, for like a month. And this was after I went undercover in a New York Stock Exchange listed company, a tech company, to get some information after the government paid me to research humans. You can find all of that online if you think I'm joking. So, in order to record Night Game ARG, which I hear has been saving your lives, you're welcome, I had to get into that love mode, that Kylie Minogue mode, that Karen Poole mode, that Johnny Douglas mode, okay? And I did. But what I didn't expect is that after I finished filming the entire Night Game, I'd fall in love with the human. See, Night Game works, you guys. It works a little too well. So when I was recording Night Game, I was obviously talking to a camera by myself. So in acting, we have something called an inner object. An inner object is a picture you hold in your mind so that if you have to act by yourself in a garage, you can at least act properly, naturally, by putting an image in front of you, a person that you're acting for. This is deep magic I'm teaching you now, so be careful with this one. So I built a person from scratch in my mind based on an image from my dreams. Yes. I said, okay, here's my research data, so I know the personality I want. But here's what I need as an actor to feel the things I need to feel based on the data. So what would make me feel like that? I said, okay, a tall, blonde, Viking, Nordic looking man. Like a Viking. Because that's what the data said. The data said that you watching this want to be saved. You want to be rescued by a man. That's what the research said. Not me, I'm okay. I'm fine. But the research said you all want to be rescued by a man. So I had to act it. So I built this picture and I did Night Game. I played Night Game, all the games. And then 3 days after I finished recording it, I had a dream of a plate of Turkish delights. And my mom was there. And I was looking at the Turkish delights and I was like, Turkish delights. In the dream, literally, I noticed them. And then I woke up. And then I took my dating app, Scruff. I like Scruff because, scruffy guys are more fun than grindery guys. So I took I know my mind almost went there. So I took it and I typed in Turkey. I woke up and I typed in Turkey. Enter. The first face after the search results is the exact same face that I invented in my brain 3 weeks prior while doing Night Game. That's not the best part. So I message him. So, guys, my magic is strong. Night Game is strong. I message him. We fall in love. I dedicate a book to him. He's the most amazing person. He helped me with the map. Amazing. But I did to him what I did to Anakin. I ran away. I'm Julia Roberts in Runaway Bride. Okay? I'm sorry. No. Okay, well, I used to be, not anymore. No, well, this is the reason. They were all humans. I've never dated a witch. And when it comes to humans, they don't understand why I have to disappear sometimes. What am I going to say? Oh, sorry, I couldn't answer your calls for a week. I was vanquishing demons, and then I had to cleanse my soul so that I don't bring them to you, who doesn't know magic, and then you go crazy, and then your parents blame me. Yeah. The last guy got arrested. Well, the one before the other one. Yeah. I told him, leave that house now. He was at somewhere. We were somewhere. And I said, we have to go now. Something bad's going to happen. He doesn't listen to me. So I make a huge scene. When people don't listen to me, I overreact to save their lives. Because what am I going to say? Magic told me. No. So he didn't listen. And then the next day, he never called me back. So I was like, oh, I fucked up. I was so dramatic that the straight white men community are scared of me now. Another day goes by, nothing. Okay, I done fucked up now. Another day and another. Then finally, I get a phone call from his mother asking me to go bail him out of jail. So I go. Have you ever walked into a maximum security prison before? You feel like you are the one who's in there. There's so many checkpoints. So I go and I bail him out. What am I going to do? And it turns out one of the people there, after I had said my warning, went in the house with a huge box of crystal meth pipes, put them on the floor, and walked out. And I said to him, what did you think was going to happen? Did you not see that was a setup? Humans, God. And he said, I don't know. Like Eve, when God asked Eve, why'd you eat the apple? I don't know. I thought it was and it wasn't. And then the nigga got arrested. So I had to make a decision to reject human men completely, outright. And then find a witchy man. But it couldn't be just any witchy man. That'd have to be witchy in my witchy way. Because I dated one prophet once for 2 days, and we both had such visceral dreams we could not anymore. We would just wake up and be in another dimension for the whole day. It was weird. We can't do that. So yes, I am aware that the reason why I've been feeling Anakin and all of that is not the same as the people who keep sending or trying to send phantoms or phantasms or whatever they're doing. It's different with him. With him, it's like pillow talk. I'll just turn on my app and he's right there, number one, answering a question that I'd asked him during the day in 5D. He answers me through the phone. Now, for humans, that's crazy. But for us, that's reality. And look, he can come in 10 years, in 5 years, tomorrow. I don't care. I just asked God to see who it would be so that I would know. Now I know. And now the rest of it is, it's done. How it's going to happen, I don't know. I don't care. that it's going to happen because it always happens like that.